Thor Love and Thunder is bringing back a lot of its original characters, including Mjolnir, Thor's original hammer. And in this episode, we're going to show you how to upgrade it to be more movie accurate. Don't go away. This is your Geek Fix. So you might be wondering, what is the Mjolnir Thor's hammer doing in the new movie when it was clearly destroyed by his sister back in Ragnarok? Well, spoiler alert, in the newest movie, this has been repaired, where it's now wielded by Jane Foster. Plot twist. And if you've at least seen the previews, you've noticed that not only is it still in pieces, but those pieces can actually break apart and help to be able to wipe out a larger area. For a while now, I've wanted to upgrade or repaint mine just to make it look a little bit more metallic or realistic. But at the same time, I kind of like this new hammer, and so I thought, well, maybe I'll go ahead and make mine look a little bit more like that. It wasn't until after I started this project that I found out that Hasbro released a new hammer for this film, and for about $130, it can be yours. But what I'm going to show you could be used for any toy Mjolnir or your own 3D printed version to make it look more realistic and accurate. Now, this was a special edition that I got at GameStop, and got it on sale because it was a display item, but it does a couple of really cool things. So I turned down the lights just so you could see this a little bit better. So when I switch it on, as you can see, it actually has lighting that goes on around these areas right here. And then the cool thing about it, the really cool part, is that it will tell you if you're worthy. So all you have to do is hold the handle like this and say, "Am I worthy?" Huh? Look at that. It does have voice recognition. So if I say anything else, am I dirty? Am I girthy? Am I worthy? See? So it only does this though when you hold down this little button right here on the handle, and then it will engage that recording. So it doesn't do any voice recognition otherwise. But I think it's kind of cool. It has these lights, and I'm hoping, I'm going to turn this off. I'm hoping that as I continue to modify it, that maybe I can make some more light shine through in areas that I want it to. I also want to make sure that I can maintain on this side that area, so everything I'm going to be doing is going to go around it. In the meantime, we're now ready to start modifying it. So the first thing we needed to do is remove these pegs, and unfortunately they are glued in, and so that meant I can't get to any of my screws. So I decided to drill only a small hole in each one that would let me access those screws with the screwdriver. Once inside, we can see the electronics, including the lights and the microphone. Unscrewing 4 more screws releases the inner structure from the hammer. And I attach that portion to the handle so that it'll be more sturdy. I don't have to worry about the wires breaking. Am I worthy? And a quick test shows it still works, so 4 more screws release the top where the weights are located. Next, we're ready to mask off the parts for painting. So first we'll use this Rust-Oleum hammered metal for the base, which gives it a nice weathered metal look and texture. Next, a little gunmetal gray, followed by random spritzes of this flat burnished amber. These are all colors that I noticed that the film version seemed to have. Now for a zen moment of unmasking. Next, I will use my wireless hand Dremel to make the cracks. Now these aren't just random cuts. No, I'm studying freeze frames of the preview video. And if you want, I'll try and make a template available. So be sure to check the description for that. Now I'm ready to reassemble the hammer. So this is where I have a dilemma. The top portion was where the weights were, and putting them back in now will not allow the light to come through. If I don't put them in and I cut into the box, the light's going to show through. What would you do? Let us know in the comments below. Once I reattached all my screws and parts, I came to the handle. Now I noticed in the film that the leather seems to have more red in it and it has a little bit more texture, and so I'm going to try and achieve that by using some really high-grade sandpaper. Just go over the center areas as best as I can until I get the texture that I'm desiring. It looks a little bit more like that real worn leather. The leather strap also looks like the wrong color. It should be a darker brown in the film. So to do that, I'm just going to use some brown shoe polish and just continue to apply it until I get the right color. And with that, I think we're done. And now just to test it. Look at that. That's pretty good. It looks great, actually. On my version, I decided, at least for right now, I left the weights in. If I took those out, you'd be able to see the light through the top here as well. What about my worthiness? Am I worthy? On camera, it seems to bleed a lot more than it actually does in person, but otherwise it looks pretty good. Everything still works. Before we go, I also wanted to give a quick shout out to James, or Mr. Malto4, who used our video and also Roger Bossie's instructions to make his BlackBerry upgrade to the Pip-Boy 2000. Well done, James. If you like this video, be sure to let us know by clicking that like button. Also join our community by clicking that subscribe button and hit that reminder bell so that you know when our new videos come out. Like, subscribe, comment below. This has been your Geek Fix. Hi, I'm Jeremy. This is your Geek Fix, and we wanted to thank all of our subscribers for making videos like this a possibility. You know, one of the most common comments that we get from viewers is that they're surprised that we don't have more subscribers. I know, right? Even with over 1 million views, only a tiny portion of those are people who subscribe and get the full benefit of our channel. Which is unfortunate, because when you subscribe to your Geek Fix, you're becoming a member of a community of makers, collectors, and consumers like you. From our videos to weekly podcasts, we'll cover everything from anime to movies, games, and prop collecting with the people who create and love it. We also love connecting with our viewers. That's why we try to respond to every comment and encourage you to share your stories and creations. So if you haven't already, click that subscribe button to join our community of geeks and the stuff they love. Also ring that reminder bell to know when new content comes out. And most of all, welcome to your Geek Fix.